last time there was a jump ball. On the go-ahead touchdown drive of USC's 21-17 victory over Colorado last season, Darreus Rogers snagged an underthrown pass by Sam Darnold, pulling it out of the clutches of a physical cornerback named Ahkello Witherspoon and saving a potential interception. The Trojans found the end zone 4 plays later and prevailed on an October afternoon at the Coliseum. 2 years ago, they held off a late push by the Buffaloes, escaping with a 27-24 win on a frigid, 30-plus-degree November night at Folsom Field. Number 11 USC has never lost to Colorado, including winning all 6 of the team's meetings since the Buffaloes joined the Pac-12 in 2011, but in recent seasons, the margin has been close against the formidable division foe. "I've always been impressed with their defense," USC coach Clay Helton, pointing to the unit's production under his counterpart, MacIntyre. After 3 consecutive losing seasons, MacIntyre led the Buffaloes to a Pac-12 South championship last season, in part because of a stiff, veteran-laden defense. Colorado, which held USC to its second fewest points in a conference game last season, has looked less threatening this fall, eliminated weeks ago from winning the South Division for a second consecutive season, and still needing one more win to become bowl eligible. Instead, it is USC that can capture the division on Saturday afternoon, when the teams square off again in Boulder, Colorado. The Trojans need to win only one of their final 2 regular season games to clinch the Pac-12 South and advance to the conference championship game next month in Santa Clara. USC can clinch the title Saturday with a win as Arizona and Arizona State trailed them by 1 game, and both schools lost to USC this season. If all 3 lose Saturday, USC still wins and goes to the December 1 Pac-12 championship game in Santa Clara. The magic number is 1. When USC has the ball. Amid its 2-week turnaround, bolstered by consecutive victories over Arizona and Arizona State, USC has leaned on its ground game. The Trojans have totaled 672 rushing yards in the span, including 410 from Ronald Jones, who has reached 1,000 yards for a second straight season, the first USC running back to do since Lendale White in 2004 and 2005. As Jones ran for 194 yards last Saturday against the Wildcats, he piled up 101 yards after contact, according to Pro Football Focus, evidence of his more physical running style. He added 10 pounds this past offseason and sought to become a better runner between the tackles. "Obviously I got that mindset, knowing I am 205 pounds, Jones said. I can take it in the teeth of the defense. And then just actually being physical. I'm running full speed, hitting the hole and guys are bouncing off me. It just makes that difference psychologically." The Trojans are 10-1 over the past 3 seasons, when Jones reaches at least 100 yards, including 5-1 this season, the lone loss at Washington State. Jones might be able to take advantage of Colorado's rush defense, which ranks second to last in the Pac-12, allowing 199 yards on the ground per game. The Buffaloes lost their coordinator after last season, Jim Leavitt, who left for the same position at Oregon, though mostly run the same scheme, according to Helton. USC has seen a better effort from its rushing attack after it struggled at Notre Dame. "It has helped," center Nico Falla said, "that the offensive line is less banged up. We're finally getting 5 guys for a consistent 2 weeks, and it's showing on the field," Falla said. "We're really communicating and playing better." Darnold has also played better, with 13 touchdowns to 3 interceptions in his past 5 games compared to 9 touchdowns and 8 interceptions over the 5 games in September. When Colorado has the ball, expect Colorado to look toward its ground game. In the Football Bowl subdivision, only Navy quarterback Zach Abay, the triggerman in a triple option offense, runs more often than Philip Lindsay, the Buffalo's senior running back. Lindsay averages 26 carries game, a tough runner who jumps out all over the tape with his ability to be a durable back, Helton said, and has surpassed 1,300 yards this season. It could be a tough test for the Trojans' front seven, which has been tested this season. Over 10 games, it has allowed 100 yards to 5 different players, including Arizona Khalil Tate, who was 2 yards shy of 200 yards. In late October, they gave up 194 rushing yards to Notre Dame running back Josh Adams a week after allowing 141 yards on the ground to Utah's Zach Moss. The Trojans should be helped by the potential return of Christian Rector at the Predator outside linebacker position. Rector is considered a game-time decision after he missed the past 2 weeks because of a broken hand. Though appearing in only 8 games and starting 5, he leads the team with 10 tackles for loss. The elevation, as Boulder sits over 5,000, could make conditioning and depth more important for them. Before the team's last meeting there in 2015, USC safety Chris Hawkins said he received IV treatment before the game. "The altitude is crazy," Hawkins said. "Even in the NFL, they don't call it mile high for nothing. It's hard to play up there if you're not used to the air being thin like that." Hawkins and the rest of the Trojans' secondary will face Steven Montez, a redshirt sophomore quarterback who made one of his first career starts last season against them. Throughout most of this week, Helton has pointed out that the Buffaloes are still searching for a 6th win, another factor as they look to pull off the upset. "They'd love to do it against the Trojans," he said.